Successful women don't just rely on being qualified. They know that in order to land dream opportunities, they need to speak with authority. So what's their secret? It's not just something they're born with. Every truly magnetic woman understands how to access her inner confidence, the kind that comes from radical clarity about who she is, what she wants, and why. So if you've ever felt like you're hardworking, qualified, and capable, but somehow you're still being overlooked for the roles, the clients, or the opportunities you want, this video is for you. And by the end of this video, I really want you to walk away understanding how to access and unlock the clarity that creates unshakable confidence, the shift that allows decision makers to go from feeling uncertain about moving forward with you to trusting that you're the one to get the job done, the practical language swaps that immediately change how decision makers see you, and finally, how to ground your elevator pitch in your values so it feels powerful and real. This is episode 1 of the Opportunity Magnet Method series, my updated framework to help motivated women land dream jobs, amazing clients, and aligned opportunities by becoming the obvious choice. Now, I've lived through this transformation as both a 6-figure earning employee dealing with job changes and as a business owner always striving to attract perfectly aligned clients. When I wound down my tech startup in the early days of the pandemic, I became what I will call a reactive professional. I was ambitious, hardworking, and willing to put in the effort, but I wasn't intentional. I was flip-flopping, I was reacting, I was taking whatever opportunities came my way, and honestly, for a little while there, I felt like a passenger in my own career. But when I finally decided to step into the driver's seat, everything changed. And it started with getting really clear on 3 questions. Who am I? What do I want? And why? When I was finally able to answer those questions, my results changed dramatically. Every time I pivoted after that, I received multiple 6-figure job offers. And when I launched my coaching business at the end of 2024, I was able to sign clients right away before I had a website, before I had polished testimonials, and before I really had even chosen a niche or clarified my messaging, simply because I was clear on my identity, my value, and my why. And that's the clarity that allowed me to be honest and speak with confidence. And when you speak with authenticity, authority, and self-awareness, people can trust you. And trust is what actually gets you chosen in this noisy, overstimulating, saturated world. Now, if you're thinking, okay, I need this clarity, I want to land dream jobs or clients or opportunities, I'd love to invite you to book a free clarity call with me. The link is in the description. I am genuinely obsessed with helping women uncover their who, what, and why so they can start speaking with the confidence of someone who knows exactly where she's going and why. I love to help women step into the driver's seat of their career. All right. Now let's get practical. So here's how to start getting clarity around your identity and bringing confidence into your dialogue today. So step number 1 is radical self-awareness. So ask yourself the 3 clarity questions. Who am I? Number 1. And here I'm talking about your values, your strengths, your lived experiences that really shape who you are and how you view the world. Question 2, what do I want from my career and my contribution? So what roles or clients or opportunities would actually feel aligned and energizing? And question number 3, why do I want that work? What's the deeper mission or the lifestyle goal that's driving me? So when you can answer these questions, navigating everyday situations becomes a lot easier. Your mind becomes clearer and more peaceful. People know how to help you get to where you want to go, and decision makers begin to trust you because it's obvious that you trust you. Step 2 for bringing clarity and confidence into your dialogue and your energy is really a mindset shift. So clarity isn't arrogance, it's confidence, and it's self-awareness, and it's self-love. And yes, you're allowed to evolve, obviously, and change your mind, but right now, clarity in this moment is what creates momentum and moves you towards whatever it is that you want. So if you don't see yourself as an authority, if you don't see yourself as confident, if you don't trust yourself to contribute and add value in this world, it becomes way more difficult for anyone else to trust you. The words you use shape how others perceive you. And this is the psychology piece. So people believe you when you believe you. Step 3 for bringing clarity and confidence into your dialogue to get chosen for the opportunities you want is to practice some easy language swaps. Okay, so here are 4 swaps that you can use immediately in your conversations to present yourself with the clear, aligned, confident energy. So if someone asks you how you would feel about doing something that you've never done before in past roles, instead of saying something like, "Oh, I think I could," try saying, "I welcome the challenge, and this other challenge that I was able to overcome in the past will help me figure it out." When you're talking about something new that you are working on, instead of saying, "I'm trying to," try saying, "I'm building," or "I'm working on," or "I'm creating." In an interview, when you're talking about a past experience, instead of saying something like, "I was responsible for," say, "I led," or "I built," or "I created X and delivered Y." It's really important to emphasize the impact your actions had more than the actions themselves. When someone is listening to you talk, they are honestly just thinking about whether or not you are going to be able to help them. That's the lens through which they're seeing things. How can your story, how can what you're saying help them get to where they are trying to go? And in a brainstorming discussion at work, instead of saying, "I don't know if this is helpful, but," try saying, "One thought that comes to mind to help move this forward is blank." Can you feel the difference? In these examples, the first line sounds very tentative and uncertain. The first positioning, the first framing sounds tentative and uncertain, and the other sounds clear and confident. Now, I do want to clear the air for a minute here. None of this happens naturally without practice, okay? I have done a lot of interviews and meetings and presentations in my career, and I always get asked how it is that I'm able to speak with so much confidence. People think it comes naturally, but in reality, it comes from clarity and practice. So by the time you are hearing me speak in these videos, for example, I've spent at least 3 hours writing, rewriting, and reading through the script to make sure it's clear and it will come across with confidence and conviction and clarity. So my recommendation is that when you are going into discussions or situations where you want to influence how others perceive you or you want to influence an outcome, write out some lines that you could picture being helpful during the discussion, and then recite them over and over until it comes across naturally, because in moments of pressure, it is very unlikely that you will speak something with confidence that has never come out of your mouth before. Let me say that again. In moments of pressure, it is very unlikely that you will speak something with confidence that has never come out of your mouth before. Athletes practice, leaders practice, authorities and confident speakers practice. Every time I go on stage, I have practiced what I'm going to say over and over and over again. That's where my confidence comes from believing that I deserve to be there and I've practiced and my words matter. Step 4 to bring clarity and confidence into your dialogue is to intentionally create your elevator pitch. And by elevator pitch, I mean the most clear and simple way to talk about who you help at work, what result you get them, and how you do it. Every woman that wants to grow in a 6-figure career or a profitable, impactful business needs to get this locked down to future-proof their income and get chosen for aligned opportunities. Your elevator pitch should never feel fake. The easiest way to make it magnetic is to root it in your values and your why. So here's the formula. I help whatever audience achieve whatever outcome by whatever method because whatever your why is. It's short, it's clear, and it's meaningful. And it's specific to you. It helps people make decisions about whether or not they want your help for the business goal that they have. Step 5 to bring clarity and confidence into your dialogue is to speak as the woman you're becoming. Don't introduce yourself only by the role that you're leaving behind. Speak from the identity of the woman you're becoming. When I speak about my coaching, for example, I don't ever say, I used to work in tech and now I'm trying coaching. I say, I help motivated women land dream jobs, clients, and opportunities using proven strategies rooted in psychology and storytelling. And if I want to attach a why to the end, depending on my audience, I say something like, I want to make a difference and love my work and make great money to show my daughters what's possible. Or I want the work I do every day to help elevate the earth's consciousness. And that's a discussion for another day. That's authority. That's clarity in action. So here's what I want you to take away today. You don't need to be a victim of your circumstances. The world is noisy and distracting and can very quickly make you feel powerless if you allow it to. But I am here to remind you that you have the strength to be the designer of your career and your life. When you can get clear on who you are, what you want and why you're doing it, you stop drifting, you start directing, you start designing, and that clarity makes you magnetic. Clarity creates confidence. Confidence allows you to speak with authority, and authority is what gets you chosen for the dream opportunities you've been craving. So here's your next step. When you are ready, book your free clarity call with me using the link below. I will enthusiastically jump at the opportunity to help you uncover your who, what, and why so you can step into your next chapter with renewed self-awareness and confidence. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, because in episode 2 of the Opportunity Magnet Method series, we are going to build on this foundation. You'll learn how to take your career path, even if it feels messy or nonlinear, and turn it into a powerful story that builds belief and makes decision makers lean in and say, I want her. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in episode 2.